Hello and welcome back to our reflections. This past Sunday was the Transfiguration of the Lord, where Jesus takes Peter, James, and John, his inner core of apostles. He takes them up to a high mountain, and there he becomes dazzling and white, along with Elijah and Moses, who are on his right and on his left. And the gospel tells us that these two figures were there next to him, and the apostles gazed upon them. And Moses, who we remember from the Old Testament, is the great lawgiver who parts the sea and gets water from the rock for the Jews as they wander throughout the wilderness. He is the great giver of the law, but also a miracle worker. And then you have Elijah on the other side, and Elijah, the great prophet from the Old Testament, who likewise challenged the priests of Baal and brought down fire from heaven, another miracle. And so these two represent the law and the prophecies, but they're also both great miracle workers. And in the center of them is Jesus. Jesus, who is the law come to life. Jesus, who is the fulfillment of all the promises that have been made by all of the prophets throughout the Old Testament. Jesus fulfills them all. So Jesus is the perfect embodiment of Moses as he was truly meant to be, and Elijah as he was truly meant to be. He is the one for whom the Jews have been waiting, and the greatest of all the miracle workers. Because unlike Moses and unlike Elijah, Jesus worked miracles through his own power, not through invoking God, because he is God. And Jesus will walk across water. He will divide the loaves and the fishes. He will do that which Moses and Elijah couldn't dream of by ultimately rising from the dead. And so the Transfiguration is this great proof that Jesus is, to his apostles, Peter, James, and John, he is that great fulfillment of those promises that were made throughout all of their history. And so let us rejoice that God is always faithful to his promises, even when we are not, and that the Lord is always seeking to do what's best for us. God bless us.